braving the snow today. We have a very diverse panel for you today, representation from hospitality industry, office sector, manufacturing and distribution, organization, as well as retail bakery. So we'll get a nice diverse look at how small to medium-sized companies deal with sustainability issues. Our first speaker is going to be David Vogt. David is the general manager here at the Edith Macy Conference Center. Conference Center is owned by the Girl Scouts of the USA and managed by Benchmark Hospitality International. David's a 30-year veteran of the hospitality industry, and he is a member of the board of directors of the International Association of Conference Centers. Benchmark Hospitality International is a leader in the management and marketing of resorts, conference centers, hotels, and personal luxury hotels. With that, David, come on up and tell us a little bit about Edith Macy and some of your sustainability efforts here. Thank you.
Good morning. I sound really important, don't I? While we're waiting, New Paltz is not 3 hours away. Today it was. For those of you keeping track of carbon footprints, I think I used as much as a Hummer limo with a hot tub today. Okay, Edith Macy Conference Center. Give you a quick little intro. First of all, everybody repeat after me. I know you said this when you first pulled in. I never knew this was here. How many of you? Yeah, and some of you aren't even putting your hands up. I hear that all the time, and it is stealth marketing. Is all I can tell you. The Girl Scouts of the USA have owned this property since the 1920s, and we're on about 400 acres here. It was donated to the Girl Scouts back in 1920, one side of the road, and in the mid-1920s for this side of the road, about 200 acres total. This was the first building on the property at that point, which was Great Hall, which was the stone building that was totally enshrouded by snow as you drove up the driveway this morning. It was built and completed for the first World Association, sorry, not the first, but for a World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts meeting that was held here back in 1926. Even back then, they had the idea of being a conference center. This whole idea was built for the education of adult Girl Scouts throughout the United States. So adult Girl Scouts from councils come here, National Board of Directors come here, and even back in the 1920s, they did some rudimentary team building exercises, which was the square dancing that you see here. Just a little bit of history. I'm going to let this one speak for itself for just a moment. Some of you may have seen this. This is actually in our property. Sustainability for us has been a little bit of a journey. We try lots of different things. This one is a great conversation piece. And no presentation would be complete without a little potty humor. So, as I said, we try lots of different things. This is as you might imagine, a place to wash your hands from the clean water that comes into the toilet. I stress that it's the clean water. It's just one of the things that we've put in, tried, and we keep trying lots of different things. This is really neat. This picture just kind of captures what we do. This is my food and beverage director, Paul Gibson, my executive chef, Arturo Acuna, and Steve, one of our line cooks, and they were putting together an herb garden just last week, as you can see. Again, this is one of those trial and error things. We wanted to have something that we were using the goods on the property, and it's right outside the front door, again, under about a foot of of snow right now. But these folks were putting in these plants primarily to feed the deer that and so we've changed out a lot of the herbs over the time frame. So this is just another one of the things that we do. Some of the other things that we do on the property that you may not notice, we use in the restrooms. We try and source all recycled paper for any paper products that we use. One of the difficulties in the hospitality business is that we can't always control what our guests do. So we were going back and forth with trying to use linen towels in the bathrooms. However, from our experience and some of our research with some of our sister properties that have tried that, they end up leaving the property evidently of their own accord. Another potty joke here. The toilet paper. We had a really hard time sourcing toilet paper. We ended up with something that's, as you can see, is made with 100% wind-generated electricity. We were also looking for things that didn't use chlorine in the processing of, or the reprocessing of the recycled product. So we're thinking about those things as we're buying products to use in the facility. And it's difficult for us to try and find things all the time. Some things just don't work well. Things like no VOC paints on the outdoor railings. Sometimes oil-based is the best possible product that we can use that's going to give us the longevity. But we really try and think about our purchasing ahead of time. The little disposable cups that you see here, these are some things that we may end up changing out along the lines. In the little holders where you next to the water coolers, yet another green item that we have here, are corn-based and recyclable. So we try and use those in our process whenever we try and use disposable items. The eco-tainers, we go back and forth on using paper products and porcelain products. There's been a lot of press in the past with hotels not cleaning the coffee cups in the guest rooms. So we have to also battle some of the public perceptions also about cleanliness in the guest room. So sometimes disposable is better from that perspective from the hospitality business. It's not for the sustainable. So we always have to balance those. Things we need to work on. I just like this picture. This is a flock of about 20 or 30 turkeys that we have on the property. We call them our free-range turkeys. And you didn't have any turkey bacon at breakfast, did you? Well, some of the things that we would like to do and work on here in particular, I'm going to get in touch with Con Ed about the energy survey, because we have done energy surveys in the past. One of the big things that we have are electric-fired boilers. They have a huge amount of electrical demand, and it's very difficult for us with our heating environment, which is a hot water heating system, to try and minimize that electrical usage. Along the lines of the turkeys, though, we are trying to do some things with some of the other products on the property that we have. We have a natural supply of wine berries on the property, which are little raspberry-like things. They don't taste exactly like raspberries, which is unfortunate, but they're really delicious in season, and we're going to use those in some of our seasonal dishes also in the summertime. And also this spring, for the first time, we're going to tap a couple of the maple trees and make our own maple syrup. So there's a couple little things. Some of it's little, some of it's big, but overall, we've had a lot of fun, and it's more of a journey for us than it is really a race. We're just pecking at it and getting better and better as we go. And the very last thing that I would like to say is that now that you know about this place, stealth marketing yet again. Thank you all.